How you doing? Blue sky, sunshine, all is good. So question I get asked, what's the difference between responsibility and accountability? And I'm gonna give you an example if you like. So responsibility is easy. Responsibility can be given, it can be taken, it can be part of your role, part of your job, part of your lifestyle. Anybody can have responsibility, but accountability is what hurts when you don't do what you're responsible for. So back in the day when we were in the UK, I can tell this story now because I know he sold the company and retired, working with a construction company, and in the warehouse he had a lot of stock that was sort of not exactly junk stock, but slow moving, wasn't being used. It was about, from memory, about 50,000 to 60,000 pounds worth on the books. And we agreed that what he was going to do is get rid of that stock, release the cash and buy some proper stock materials he can use for the business, free up some space, get it all tidied up, and basically get the junk out of the warehouse. So that was the plan. That was his objectives. Off he went next week. How's the warehouse clearing coming on? Oh, not done it just yet. Been too busy. Okay. Next week, hadn't happened again. There's another excuse. So I contacted his wife, and who was lovely, and she was supporting me in this as well. And what he had was a Porsche, a classic Porsche 911. I don't know much about Porsches, but this was the last of the air-cooled Porsches, and a beautiful little thing, fabulous car. And he used to take it to events and rallies and, you know, shake hands with other Porsche owners and all the things that Porsche owners do. Anyway, and I said to him, look, he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing. I want to give him a bit of a nudge. Can you post me his car keys for his 911, both sets of car keys for his 911? Because I knew the weekend after he was due to go on one of these Porsche guy meetups at some airfield somewhere and polish it in front of other men or whatever. Anyway, all that sort of thing. He's going to do that. So we're on the call, and it was Skype back then. It wasn't Zoom. And I said to him, how's it coming along with the tidying of the warehouse? Another blooming lame week excuse came up. So I said, and what are you doing this weekend? He said, oh, I'm going to go to, it was somewhere down close to Banbury, I think, or something like this. Anyway, I'm going to go to this Porsche Owners Club meet-up, and we're having a bit of lunch. We're going to play golf, and going to be a fabulous weekend. It's boys only, all that sort of thing. I said, what car are you taking? Well, obviously I'm taking he hadn't named it, but I'm taking the 911, as he called it. So I held up in front of the screen a couple of the car keys, and he said, oh my goodness, have you got one as well? Are you going to be there? I said, no, I haven't got one, but I do have the keys to one. And then the penny dropped, and he went nuts, because I said to him, look, you can have your car keys back if you get your warehouse cleared. And he hung up on me. He shouted at me, swore at me, fired me, shouted at his wife. Then he got divorced from her. Then he phoned me back about 20 minutes later and said, you know what, he said, I've made excuses all my life to myself, let myself off the hook, and made sure, made it okay. He said, but you bastard, he said, you, the one person who's actually kicked me into action. He said, so what I'm going to do, he said, I'm going to get the warehouse cleared and sold within 48 hours. He said, if I do that, I said, you've got to send me some pictures. If I do that, can I have my car keys back? I said, if you do that, send me pictures, and I want to know, it's all done, finished, and done and sorted, not just moved off site, but sold. And then I'll make sure you get your car keys back and go away for the weekend, which he did. And we stayed together for a long time, and we sort of joked about that a little bit as we go along. But that's the difference between responsibility and accountability. He was always responsible for the warehouse and the stock and the cash, but he wasn't accountable for it because he kept making excuses. And that's the difference between responsibility and accountability. A lot of people have responsibility in their job spec, their role, their life, their partnership, their relationship, whatever it is, but they really aren't accountable because they don't do what they're supposed to do in terms of their responsibility. So there we go. Quick story about accountability and responsibility. So anyway, Tuesday night, have a great night. Dinner's being served, I think. I'm pretty much busy day tomorrow. And then, all is good. Hope you're having a great week. More to come. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.